Thank you very much for watching Tibet BTV. My name is Sebastian Kawa. I'm a Polish pilot, also a medical doctor. I fly since 1988 because my father was also a glider pilot and he brought me into the sport. Till now, I've been flying mostly in competitions, winning 18 gold medals in the World Gliding Championships. But altogether with Europeans and World Air Games, I have already 37 medals from these competitions. This year, I decided not to go for the competition in Texas, but to go for an expedition in Karakorum.
My name is Sławomir Makaruk. I'm not such an experienced pilot, but I'm doing the exploration all over the world. I stayed in many remote areas, sometimes dangerous, sometimes just abandoned deserts, high mountains. I'm specialist of off-road driving, and that's the reason Sebastian asked me to help him to transport the glider from Poland to Pakistan.
I have been preparing for this expedition for 3 years already, dreaming about it for about 10 years earlier, and studying weather pattern, possibilities to transport the glider here, and checking the possibilities of several agencies who is able to organize the permissions to fly over Karakorum. To travel here, it's a difficult job because we had to cross all southern European countries, then Turkey, Iran, Balochistan, which we had to cross in a convoy at night. And I will never forget the situation when we were traveling as the last car in the convoy, going over the bumpy roads, partly covered with dust and sand, and not able to keep up with the fast going cars. Eventually we arrived to Quetta, which was a very hot place, and next part of the road we had to be escorted by the local police. So altogether, I think about 2,000 policemen was watching our travel to Skardu. Once we have arrived to Skardu, it turned out that we will have to obtain a lot of permissions. Altogether, it was about 14 institutions who gave us permissions to fly here, including commissioners of the Skardu and Shigar, Pakistan Air Force, Quadri Base, airport manager, tower, and internal, external ministry, embassy. So it was a lot of permissions to fly here. And the first flight was not very successful, but because the weather was not great and we were allowed to fly only after the last commercial flight from Skardu departed. The next day we had a chance to fly a bit earlier, and that was the day, the first day that we could take off from the airport a bit earlier, that we achieved our ultimate goal to fly over the K2. It turned out that the conditions over these mountains are very good. We could fly safely because if you are high with the glider, the altitude means that you can escape from difficult situation to the valley. This is the Indus Valley or the Skardu or Shigar, and you cross with high altitude all the challenges, all the passes, and you can cover the distance easily. But the system that we used to get to the K2 was the wave behind Masherbrum. We didn't know that the system will appear that day. We were lucky to find it because we were not looking for this in the forecast. But it was there. It was there. It got us to 9,000 meters, and this way we were able to summit, we should say, the biggest mountain in this area. It was not shown in the forecast, but behind Masherbrum, by accident, we found a wave system that put us over the clouds to 9,000 meters. And it was very easy to fly downwind with the wind 105 kilometers per hour to the top of K2, the second highest mountain in the world. And this way we achieved the ultimate goal of this expedition.
For many people, so-called overlanders who travel, all over the world in a 4x4 cars, specially prepared Land Rovers or Toyotas, Karakorum Highway is an icon. Oh, I drove Karakorum Highway. And now we drove Karakorum Highway, but we drove Karakorum Highway in an ordinary Volkswagen bus with a 15 meters trailer with a glider inside. So that was the experience.
After 2 weeks of flying over Karakorum, I have to say that the conditions here to fly gliders are very good. We already know the weather pattern, and we know that a little bit to the north it can be influenced by the jet stream and the weather is not clear. But south of Masherbrum, south of Baltoro region, usually it's very nice for flying. The cloud base is very high, so without any obstacles you can cross over the mountains, and it's very safe. In any case, if you need to outland, you have wide valleys opening to the Indus River, where you will find a lot of places in the sands that you can put the glider to the ground. And so in the future, I think this place is promising. It's worth coming back.
It took us quite a long time to find somebody who can help us locally in Pakistan, and because I'm also working as a film producer for outdoor and adventure TV series, I found a person here who is a fixer for many foreign television stations, and he promised us to arrange all the necessary permissions in Pakistan. And at the beginning he arranged a meeting at Pakistani embassy in Warsaw, and that's how it started. After 3 months of doing, paper job, we finally get the visas and the permission.
I hope in the future the commissioner, the government of Gilgit-Baltistan will find a way to accommodate glider pilots from all over the world, or maybe even establish an airfield for sport activity or gliding in this area, because it is worth it. I've been flying all over the world except for Antarctica in many mountains, and this area, because it's so dry, it's safe for flying and it's very interesting.
And I must tell you that as I'm traveling to different parts of the world, from Africa to South America, I was surprised how nice and peaceful the people in Skardu and the area of Gilgit-Baltistan, how nice they are. Everyone is smiling. Some of the people are recognized on the street, and we feel very, very safe here. So maybe there are some tourists who are afraid to come to Pakistan, but what I can say, come here and you will be surprised.
We are very thankful for the people of Skardu, the administration, the officials, and the people on the street who recognized us already and invite for the dinners and some drinks. That they let us to fly here over the beautiful mountains of Karakorum. And we recommend to be such open country for everybody, for every visitors, because we can feel safe here, and it's a very good place to visit. Thank you very much for watching Tibet
BTV.